technological world by offering more computers, math labs, robotics labs. There will be enhanced security and safety. There will be safer bus and vehicle traffic. We will be able to decrease bus riding times, bus routes, the number of times buses go on and off 7 for increased safety. There'll also be some more opportunities for high school students to be able to help at the lower grades with mentoring and job shadowing, tutoring, those sorts of things. There'll be a practice facility, practice gym included, so practice times will be able to be shared much more easily. We won't have kids stay until 10 o'clock at night to finish practice. There'll be more opportunity for exercise and physical education in the lower grades. Also be able to host more league contests, which will bring in additional revenue and be able to showcase our own school rather than traveling. There'll be a common area built in for the students to use that we'll see. Exercise room, conference room, gym, MCC room, also things that the community will be able to use, because this is going to be a community facility that we'll all be able to use together. We can expect this to be a huge boost for the economies of our towns, increased property values, increased student enrollment, as we will attract more kids into our district, more families, more businesses into our area. Be a huge plus for our area. Just a few slides of what it might look like. These are some 3D artists' renditions of the new high school addition. If you could stop on this one, these white buildings here are the current facilities. The high school, middle school buildings will be used. The shell of those buildings are solid. They're built very well. We're going to be able to utilize what we have in that area, but totally renovate and remodel on the inside. They won't be recognizable, but also be very friendly for elementary. We built for elementary kids on the inside. This new colored portion is, which is also represented here, is the this colored portion here would be the addition, the new high school part. Again, on the next slide would be again here the blue area, the existing. The green would be the addition. Parking all around, safe flow of one-way traffic throughout the complex. 3 different and separate drop-offs and areas for the elementary, middle, and high school. No intermingling of older kids with younger. This area here has been renovated to be a much bigger play area for the elementary kids. The track and the football field will still be utilized in the same location. Same with the baseball field. The practice fields that were here are just moved out. Utilizing on all the property that we already own. There will be no acquisition of new property in the bond. Some blueprints of the school that you can see in other areas on Facebook and online. They'll be available to see. Just too small here to really show you sufficiently. We can show you some pictures though of what the inside might look like. This is the common area that we talked about. Will be for the high school students. Right now they don't really have a place to congregate after practice, or after school and before practice. This will be a nice facility for them to be able to sit down, hang out, do their homework, get on the internet if they need to. But it's also an area that will be used for the cafeteria, and it's also an area that will be used for band and choir concerts. So being able to be efficient in how we use these spaces will be very important. But it's a very open, brightly lit, a lot of natural light, very inviting, an uplifting place to be. Some classroom examples that we might see. Again, the media center, a lot of natural light. Natural light is very important in uplifting mood and increasing performance. It's a proven fact that this will help our kids and our staff and teachers as well. Some band and choir facilities that we might see. Well, how much will it cost? We talked about the $27.2 million will fund everything from the new building to the renovation to the dressings on the windows. We would agree to have a 2.88 millage increase for 30 years would be the maximum that would cost. The important point is that by raising this 2.88 mils, we would now reach the 7 mil limit, which is a very important number in school finance, because we will then be able to qualify for this Michigan School Bond loan program. Basically, the state of Michigan says if you're serious enough to put 7 mils into your district, we will back you with the weight of the state behind you. And by doing that, we can secure much better interest rates. And we can equalize payments over the course of the loan that helps us use our dollar much, much better. Significant advantages. You can see here that if we raise our taxes by 1 mil, we would raise this much money, $3 million. 2 mils, we would raise $8 million. 2.8 mils, we would raise $11 million. But just increasing from 2.8 to 2.88 mils, we go from $11 million to the full $27 million needed for this project. And that big increase is because we are cutting out a lot of interest that we would otherwise have to pay if we weren't at that 7 mil limit. There are a lot of schools around us that have figured out that this is a great idea to get to 7 mils when it comes to school finance. Central Montcalm, Vesterberg, Ashley, St. Louis, Shepherd, Pewamo, St. John's, Portland, Ionia, Saranac, Belding, Lowell, Greenville, and Cedar Springs are all at the 7 mil limit. Many of them have been for a long time, and that's because it makes a lot of sense. You can use your dollar much more wisely that way. Another thing that we need to do to be more efficient and leaner. We're currently at 4.12 mils, and we'll go back down to 2.12 mils if our millage 2 mils for 2-year millage increase expires in 2012. For the average person in our district with a home of the average home in our district is worth $80,000. For that person, it would only cost them $9.60 a month. It is also tax deductible. It's based solely on your property values. If you have a $40,000 home, it'll cost you $4.80 a month. $120,000 home, $14 a month. Again, it's all tax deductible. There's a website you can go to right here, mytaxcalc.com/CCC schools. You can put in a couple of lines of information where you can quickly find exactly what will cost you. The area farmers who are enrolled in the PA 116 program will not see any millage increase from this millage, no tax increase from this millage. They're protected there if they're in that PA 116 program. There's also a local option that the board has built in to the bidding process. $27.2 million coming into our community is a significant amount of money. We want as much of that as possible going to local contractors, local builders, and the Board of Education has said that they are dedicated to doing that, and they have built this local option in so that they have the ability to do so as much as the state will allow. We'll be using a lot of green technology, solar energy, roofing materials to help collect heat and so forth, so it's very efficient, and again, be able to spend our dollars more wisely. The reason that we need to do this now is because the economy is, as it has been a concern for some folks, that it's a bad economy now. Maybe we shouldn't do this now, but we need to do it now because the economy is the way it is, and because construction costs are as low as they've been for a very long time. Interest rates are as low as they've been for a very long time. Both of them together make this the perfect time to build this building. This $27 million project 5 years ago would have cost $35 million. But they also predict that every year that we wait will cost an additional 10%. So waiting 5 years, we can add an additional $15, $20 million on this project. Makes all the sense in the world to do it now. There's a small window of opportunity. We know we need to do this. We know we need to invest in our infrastructure. We know we need to invest in our schools. It's not going to get any cheaper than this. We need to act as soon as we can.